Yes, this is Donald Rice. This is the Duke Boy Show, and coming to y'all live right now from my bedroom. And I just want to discuss a couple of things with regard to Trump, Donald Trump, the former president, being under attack right now from the Biden administration. Um, I'm just a little bit. Um, I feel like I normally don't get into politics, but I just had to speak on it because we always see this when politicians get together or separate and go against one another and get the slanging mud everywhere. They get the digging up stuff. Like right now, it's like, this man, they're not giving this man a rest. You know what I'm saying? I seen when this country was divided, you know what I mean, when Trump was running for office and when he got in office. And I seen people coming out in trolls, to support Trump, the Trump administration and his reign. And, a lot of people just don't, they just dislike a lot of the things that Trump say, not what he actually do or did. And sometimes, we have to do our homework to actually see, whether some of the things match up. You know what I mean? Because some people, they do a lot of talking, but they don't do a lot of doing. You know, and right now, I see all of these, search warrants into this man's home, his office, his places of business, and things of that nature. And it's just, it concerns me because, for one, I know a lot of people don't want to see Donald Trump back in office. You know what I mean? A lot of voters, a lot of people in the Biden administration, a lot of people that just feel like this man is a nutcase and he's not presidential material. And but I'll say this right here. We have to do our homework. We have to really see what this man actually did when he was in office, as opposed to just listening to what everybody else say or just going off of what Trump said. You know what I mean? A lot of people feel like Donald Trump is a racist. He racist, and a lot of people feel like he didn't do nothing for the African American community when he was in office, which actually he did do multiple things for the African American community. Um, actually, in 2020, he passed this law called the First Step Act. And the First Step Act, what it did was it finished up what the Obama administration didn't do. You know, when former President Obama was in office, the only thing he did was, when it come down to the African Americans, he clemency. He granted clemency to a couple of thousand federal prisoners. Didn't apply to the state, but the federal. And that's how and he passed Obamacare. Those were his two highlights. Anything else that he did was flies up under the radar. So it's just when Trump came in, um, of course, he changed a lot of things that the Obama administration did, but he also finished up some of the things that the Obama administration didn't do when they was in office, which is passed a law that was discriminatory towards African American people in prison. When it come down to the crack law, the drug law that was in the 80s, that it was a racial discriminatory law that was locking up thousands and thousands of black men, and women into the federal prison systems, where they were locked up for 10 years, 20 years, 30 years, some even life, for one $20 crack cocaine rock, and or better, you know, with these conspiracy laws where people were coming to rat out some of their co-defendants, and based upon a whole bunch of lies. And I'm just, it bothers me, to see that people don't do their homework to see that, although President Trump, he's a little bit, off his, he may not, I mean, this can be debated, but he may have a couple of loose screws, but you can't look at a person's personal, person to determine whether they can do a certain job. That's just like having going on a certain job site, working anywhere, and you have the skills to do what it is that you can do on this job site, whether it's building a house, whether it's it can be anything, but when you look at a person's personality, or if you don't like a person because of some of the things they say, now if you try to use that to say, well, I'm not going to give you a job because I don't like you as a person, or I don't like your personality, or I don't like some of the things you say or have said in the past, so I'm not going to give you a job. No, that's not the way things supposed to work. And that's what I see with Donald Trump, with people looking at his person, his personality, and the things he said. Or even if, even in the slavery, in the old slavery days when we was black people was picking cotton and corn and whatever was in the field, you had white slave masters, that, was oppressing, but for some of them white slave masters, which is one of them was Abraham Lincoln, he came to his senses and realization, and that's probably why they put him on the penny, facing the opposite direction. But I'm just saying that to say this right here. Sometimes people like you can say that President Trump is a racist. Some can say that, but it's debatable. Some believe that he's not. Some believe that it's like a split decision, or a split thought, of people of all nationalities. That, we choose to believe what we want to believe. That's our prerogative and that's our perspective, and it's just that when we see people, going against one person, we have to ask ourselves, let me do some homework myself. You know what I'm saying? I'm not just gonna go with the big crowd of people and believe everything the crowd is saying. You know what I'm saying? Let me go behind the scenes and see what it is, why, and what did this man do to piss these people off, or what did he do for any race of people when he was in office? You know what I'm saying? And he, like I said, he helped out a lot of the colleges. He made it possible for certain colleges to get funding, without continuing to have to come up and ask for funding. It's all documented, and he did things for the African American community. He also, he's a businessman. I'm gonna tell you something. One thing about the Republicans versus the Democrats. The Democrats want you to be solely dependent on them for everything. They cripple you because they put you in a situation where you got to come to them and just beg them for stuff all the time. But the Democrats, they set up things where you can be independent and do things on your own as an independent business person. You know what I'm saying? And that's one of the big differences between Democrats and Republicans. You know what I'm saying? So if you want to be a person that just want to sit on your butt all day long and just depend on the government to take care of you and make choices for you in life, okay, then you might want to vote Democrat. If you want to become independent, if you want to be one that you want to be your own boss, you want to run a business, you want things to be set up where you can actually help yourself, then you might want to vote for Republicans. Despite all of the noise that be in the air during the election time, the midterms elections and all of that, that's what you want to do. You want to, base your vote based upon the type of life that you want to live moving into the future. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not going to go on and on, but I just wanted to point those things out to y'all, you know what I'm saying? And as I see things unraveling in the political atmosphere. You know what I'm saying? And I just want y'all to think, next time y'all go out and vote, it's still going to be a split, regardless if Trump, choose to run again, and the Democrats and the Republicans, it's still going to be a split in this country because a lot of people are just going to vote Democrats. A lot of people are going to vote Republican because it's like a generational thing. You know what I mean? And I just want y'all to do y'all homework, man. But stay tuned. Also, I just want y'all to check out my latest album as well. You know what I'm saying? And it's called the HNIC, mixtape, Volume 2. And it's going to be on DukeBoyMusic.com and Reverb Nation, /DukeBoy. And it's going to be available to any and everybody, you know what I mean? Only on those two platforms. But as far as this particular video right now, I want y'all to subscribe to my YouTube channel. Stay tuned because there's going to be more to come. And also comment. I want to know what y'all think about Joe Biden versus Donald Trump, and a possible Donald Trump run. What do you think about what's happening right now with regard to all of the things that Donald Trump is currently grappling with as he's under constant attack from the Biden administration? So whatever your thoughts is, I appreciate y'all tapping in, let me know what it is. We can have a discussion on it. I'll respond to each and every comment that you make, or if you have questions, or if you want to elaborate on anything, whatever your thoughts is, I welcome it. Thank y'all for tuning in. I appreciate the love and respect, and peace, one love.